Hi, I'm Roger Wade, founder of Boxpark. I'm sorry I can't be with you today, but unfortunately, I've had to attend another event in Sussex. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the founder of Boxpark. Before that, I started my entrepreneurial journey at the age of 22, started one of Britain's first streetwear brands, Box Fresh, from a market stall, grew that business up to about a £20 million business, sold it to Pentland Brands, who are a huge multi-billion branded group, worked for Pentland for a few years, then set up my own brand consultancy, doing lots of brand consultancy deals for people like Universal Music, people like Superdry. I then started the world's first pop-up mall, Boxpark, built that business up to, again, another 20 million turnover business, doing about 5 million EBITDA. And I sold that business to Lloyd's Development Capital a couple of years ago. Since then, I've set up my own venture capital fund, Box Fund, backing the next generation of entrepreneurs, but people who not only want to have successful businesses, but more importantly, creating a better world. So backing brands with business. I'm really passionate that the future of, or the lifeblood of our economy is SMEs like you guys. And without new businesses coming through, we won't have the businesses of tomorrow. I've been asked to leave a few bits of advice here today. So I think one of the first things I would say to you is, if you're going on your SME journey, know your destination. Where are you going to? What do you want to achieve? And from my 35 years of being in business, I think there's only three reasons to be in business. And that is, you're in business for your ego, and really be careful of that. You know, if you're in business because you're saying, oh, I want to be in charge of my own destiny, or I love what I do, or XYZ, unfortunately, that is your ego. Okay. And be careful of that. The next reason to be in business is to make money. Never be ashamed of making money. It's not making money that's a problem. It's the way you make money or how you spend that money. So I'm a massive supporter of people like Bill Gates, who've given away 95% of their wealth to solve issues like malaria in Africa. So there's nothing wrong with making money. And finally, you can be in business for the benefit of your employees, to hand it over to your employees, or for the benefit of the world. So you've just recently had situations like the CEO of Patagonia handed on the business for the benefit of climate change or for the world. So number one, why are you in business? What is your journey? Know your destination. Okay. That's absolutely key. And if you are in business to stroke your own ego, be careful about that. You know, ask yourself, would other investors want to invest in you just so you can feel good about yourself? And maybe business is not the place to do that. Okay, the next thing is about being special to your customer. I was always obsessed with being special to your customer. No matter what you do, be special to your customer. I'm a great believer in consumer brands. There's only three key things that you've got to be great at. One of them is product. If you don't have great product, you won't exist. You can have the best product in the world, but if you don't generate customers to that product, if you don't generate traffic to that product, it's like having a store in a back alley. So make sure you've got a traffic strategy or a customer acquisition strategy. And then finally, you can have the best product in the world. You can create fantastic traffic to it, but you've got to have a team that can turn that into profitable sales. So I think the fundamentals of consumer brands and SME is product, traffic, and team. And the next thing is, don't be too over reliant on tech and data. We live in a world in which everyone is so obsessed with tech and data. And the reality is, when people are buying things, There isn't a computer says buy this when you're in the high street. It's very much about tapping into your emotional intelligence. You know, I like this jumper. I like the way it feels. I like the fabric. It fits me nicely. You know, remember to tap into your emotional intelligence. Don't be just data driven. Just think, you know, what would I do? Trust your intuition, trust your instinct. That's why I'm such a great advocate for more women in leadership, because they've got fantastic emotional intelligence. And I'm also a great advocate for more diversity in leadership. Why? Because we live in a multicultural Britain now, and we need a more diverse people in leadership. So listen, I'm really sorry I can't be there today. A big thanks to Charlie and Dee for organising a great event, and I wish you all the best in the future. Thanks. Bye.